You might not think there's a story, you might not think there are memories, but there always is. And it starts to feel like a void that you didn't even know was there. It's the traditions that we carry down from our ancestors. I remember my dad said, "Don't be extra." I have failed him already. A big reason I wanted to do this trip is because I wanted to get closer to my family. But one of the purposes of coming on this trip is to heal bloodlines. Because it's not even just about me, and it's not just about my parents. It's about grandparents and uncles and aunts and cousins. And I feel like there will be something healing about the trip. Heritage is something that comes or belongs to one by reason of birth. Something that is handed down from the past as a tradition. It's the reason why I'm here. So we followed the drums and we came to this amazing street drumming and dancing, and the ladies let me join, and it was a lot of fun. This is my dad here in Montevideo at 17 years old, and this is my mom in Ecuador at 18 years old. So it's a special picture for me, and there's not that many pictures of these grandparents. Like, I think this is the only one of two pictures I have. It's just so crazy to think that this guy, my dad, was here in this bar hanging out with his brother and would spend weekends here, and here we are. I know this is the house he was born and raised in, and his parents lived in their entire lives, pretty much. And I believe the house is still in the family as well.
Wait, is this the house that you can like go knock on the door and someone might be there?
I am hoping. My hope is that someone that family will be there. They haven't replied, but I'm hoping. That would be really nice. The house that my dad grew up in, and they still own the house, which is beautiful. And that was my cousin that I just spoke to, and he's got two sisters that hopefully we'll meet tomorrow and we'll get to see. Oh my god, you should have seen his face when he was like, "Galo?" I'm like, "Hi, me, hello." Oh, excited. I think this trip to Uruguay and Ecuador is going to give me a deeper sense of self. There's just something about being in the cities where they live their lives, and just kind of take quiet moments to acknowledge them and thank them. About 3:40 a.m. We're getting ready to go to the airport to head for our flight to Quito, Ecuador. We made it here to Quito, Ecuador. It's my first time being back in Ecuador in 20 years, so I'm really excited to be here. I don't remember much from a kid, although the culture, it just makes me feel like I'm home. we're arriving here in Quevedo, in Ecuador, and this city is special to my family because it's the city where my maternal grandparents were born and lived their whole lives in, and also where my mom was raised. So we're here, we're gonna go visit their old house, and then we're gonna take a walk to the cemetery, which is where my grandma and grandpa are, and it'll be the first time I get to see it, and I'm really emotional about seeing it, and I look forward to it because I feel like it's a long time coming that I needed to visit them. So, let's go. Oh, nervous. Okay, let's go. My heart's like. He's my grandfather's nephew. Okay, he set up the business. Yeah, he's my grandfather's nephew. I was showing him pictures of my grandmother and my mom, so like he knows. But yeah, he is my grandfather's nephew. So he knew him for a long time. He lived here in his house for a long time as well.
Bueno, le saluda a la mami, le da un abrazo y un beso a toda la familia allá también.
So he's saying that we shouldn't stay at the cemetery very long. We need to be careful and to hire someone to go with us. So. This is crazy. Like my grandparents walked these streets an entire lifetime. There's a little bit of bad blood with like the wholesale of the house too, so I hope this mends it a little bit as well, like for them to get to know me, for the bad feelings to go away, for family to like let go of hard feelings and start talking again. Because if maybe they were talking, maybe we could have gotten more information about the house, or we could have had the owner, which is one of my mom's family members, show us the house, you know. So hopefully this can be the beginning of that mending as well. Ending the bad blood finally. So they know where the family, where it is, so they are walking us there. People were warning us and telling us that it might be a bit dangerous. It was something that I felt had to be done. We were taking a long time to find them. Nobody recognized the name, and we started going one by one, row by row, trying to find my grandparents' site. It had been over an hour and it was really hot. I started to feel a little bit hopeless because we had just gone through so many names, and we had about 3 to 4 people looking all at the same time. We skipped this row. There was a moment where I thought we weren't gonna find them. So I feel relieved that we did find them and that I could be here, and that they're here and I can say hello and send them all my love and just take a moment and just take it all in. Their names were Macario Fortunato Sacon That's my grandfather. And my grandmother is Cesaria Inocente Laíño Figueroa. And they lived long, long, happy lives, it seems like.
Finding the burial site was something I never thought I'd have the chance to do. It was a very key part of the trip, and one that I am very happy that I was able to make happen.
I think that my family walked through these streets, lived a life, did this every single day, saw these signs and know these streets like the back of their hand, because to me they're unfamiliar, but it's part of where I'm from and part of my roots. So it's really nice to be back and be able to understand their stories when they tell them now. This is the place that I do remember when we went to the US. I was 6 years old. We moved out of here, and we were on the 14th floor. So there are these nice, really big balconies that I remember very, very clearly. And the entrance is right there. I have a lot of memories there too.
At the end of the day, I'm proud of where I come from. It all makes sense. It's like puzzle pieces that I didn't have before. Now they fit and they make an entire picture. Making sense of all the addresses that my parents and my siblings had given me.
Okay, so we're supposed to go here. That's my grandparents' house.
Finally, all the stories that I had heard made sense. I could see what my parents were seeing.
I'm trying to take in every single moment and like memories that my dad could have had here.
I can relive those stories through my eyes now. It makes me realize how much the world is connected, how you can have old friends or family in different parts of the world that you don't even know exist. Going out there and exploring and asking questions can get you stories that you've never heard before, or a good feeling inside that I made this trip and now I get to meet this individual and now they're part of my story.